Welcome to the Chambers of Confession. Take your seat, hit the like button, and subscribe. Here we listen. We don't judge. Now, let's hear what one of us has to say. I switched babies in the hospital, and my son has no idea he's living someone else's life. This is going to sound insane, but I need to tell someone before I die. Cancer, stage 4, maybe 6 months left. My son thinks I'm getting better, but I'm not. And when I'm gone, this secret dies with me unless I get it out now. 16 years ago, I gave birth to a baby with severe disabilities. Spina bifida, heart defect. The doctors said he'd need constant care, multiple surgeries, might never walk or talk. Meanwhile, in the bed next to me, some teenage girl gave birth to a perfect, healthy boy she was giving up for adoption. She was unconscious from complications, alone. No family, no visitors, just a kid who'd made a mistake and was paying for it. I was 34, single, had tried for years to get pregnant. This baby was supposed to be my miracle. Instead, he was going to be my life sentence. The babies were in the nursery together that first night. Same size, similar coloring, both boys. The nurses were swamped, understaffed, exhausted, running on coffee and determination. It was chaos. So I switched the ID bracelets. Not planned, not premeditated. I just saw an opportunity and took it. Walked into the nursery during shift change, swapped the little plastic bands, walked out. Took maybe 30 seconds. The girl never knew. She signed the adoption papers the next morning and left. Never looked back, never asked questions. The family adopting her baby took home my disabled son instead, and I took home hers. The perfect part? Nobody questioned it. Paperwork matched the bracelets. Bracelets matched the babies. Case closed. Medical records, birth certificates, everything transferred seamlessly to the wrong kids. I named him Alex. Been my son for 16 years now. Honor roll student, varsity soccer, college scholarships already being discussed. Everything I dreamed of when I was pregnant. Sometimes I wonder about my real son, the one I gave away without him ever knowing. He'd be 16 now too, if he survived. Probably wheelchair-bound, feeding tubes, round-the-clock care. Living with adoptive parents who thought they were getting a healthy baby, and instead got that. I should feel guilty. I know I should, but I don't. Alex has had an amazing life. Better than anything I could have given my biological son. He's happy, successful, loved. He calls me mom and means it. He takes care of me now that I'm sick, drives me to appointments, holds my hand during chemo. Would that have happened with my real son? Would I have been able to give him love instead of resentment? Would I have seen him as my child or as the thing that destroyed my life? I don't know, and I'll never know. What I do know is that Alex deserves parents who wanted him from day one, and he got that. Even if those parents don't know the whole truth. The weird thing is how normal it all feels now. Alex looks like me. People comment on it all the time. Similar eyes, same stubborn chin. Genetics are funny that way, I guess. Or maybe people just see what they expect to see. He's got his father's height though. At least I assume it's his father's. The teenage girl never said much about the baby's father, just that he was tall and played basketball. Alex is 6'2" now, leather jacket and everything. Sometimes I catch him doing things that seem familiar but wrong. Little gestures, expressions, ways of thinking that don't match my family patterns. I tell myself it's just teenage stuff, normal development. But part of me wonders if it's his real genetics showing through. Not that it matters, he's mine now. Has been for 16 years. The hardest part isn't the guilt, it's the fear. What happens when I die and he needs his medical history? What happens if he wants to do one of those DNA tests for fun? What happens if the other family realizes what happened? I've been covering tracks for years, destroyed the few photos I had from the hospital, kept us away from anyone who might remember details from that time. We moved across the country when Alex was 3. Started fresh, but you can't erase everything. Somewhere out there, there's another family dealing with a disabled 16-year-old who was supposed to be healthy. They've probably wondered why their genetic counseling was so wrong, why their family history didn't predict what they got. And somewhere else there's a teenage girl, now a 30-year-old woman, who might decide to track down the son she gave up. What happens when she finds out he's not actually her son? These are the thoughts that keep me up at night. Not regret, exactly. More like logistics, damage control for a lie that's lasted 16 years. Alex wants to study medicine, says he wants to help people the way the doctors helped me. It's ironic, considering our whole relationship is built on medical fraud, but he's a good kid, better than good. He volunteers at the animal shelter, tutors younger kids, never complains about taking care of his sick mother. Whatever genes he got, they're good ones. I've written him a letter for after I'm gone. Tells him how proud I am, how much I love him, how he was the best thing that ever happened to me. All true. What it doesn't tell him is that he happened to someone else first. I keep going back and forth on whether to include the truth in that letter. Part of me thinks he deserves to know. Part of me thinks it would destroy him for no good reason. Now what would you do? Take the secret to your grave, or leave your kid to deal with the fallout? Because right now, I'm leaning toward the grave. Alex is happy. He's successful. He's loved. He has a life, an identity, a future. What good would it do to tell him that it's all built on a lie? Maybe the truth isn't always kind. Maybe some secrets are meant to stay buried. I switched 2 babies 16 years ago, and I've never regretted it. Not for one day. I gave my son the best life I could, just not the son I gave birth to. And honestly, I think that makes me a pretty good mother. That's all for tonight, Chamberlains. What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments. And if you have a confession you'd like the chamber to listen to, do not hesitate. Forward them. Remember, we listen. We don't judge. Subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. See you in the chambers. Same time tomorrow.